Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Griftlands, where I am still messing with the audio balance. So let me know how you feel about it. I think I've got a sound coming out of this microphone that I'm pretty happy with, and hopefully the audio mix as a whole is good. Yeah, let me know. So what are we even doing today? Did we get we got our setup for the day already, right? Yeah, we totally have stuff to do. So do we want to convince Denicus to... I didn't mean to... I clicked on that thinking that it would show me more details. I mean, I guess it didn't commit us to anything. So Denicus is the sneaky criminal one. I feel like whatever crime stuff we're going to get up to, that's probably a good way to start. Antoinette is maybe going to be a little bit easier to get through to be interested in because it sounds like she has money herself. But we're looking in the end, we're looking to do some underhanded stuff here, right? We should probably take the person who's already comfortable with all the underhanded stuff. Hey, bud, you don't know me, but I hear you're the kind of guy who likes an opportunity. You're right on the last half, anyway. Smith Banquad, right? The castaway son? I do not like that he has us at a disadvantage here, because he knows more about me than I do about him. We actually met once in Murder Bay, at a card table reserved for Admiralty. We did? I wouldn't expect you to remember. I was going by a different name, and you were very, very drunk. I'm glad to see you survived the alcohol poisoning. But it was a rough betrayal you came home to, eh? You know, I wonder, like, we know that Kredeshi have this enhanced metabolism and this rapid healing thing. I wonder, they should be able to just drink way, way, way more than normal humans, right? That's probably part of how he has survived so long in his lifestyle. Does this opportunity of yours have anything to do with that? Yeah, as a matter of fact, I want to get you hitched to my brother. Assuming you can clean up nice enough. Really, just like out of the gate with the insults. Well, I can clean up better than you, that's for sure. Fair warning, though. I don't do murder. So if you want him dead, it's got to be your hand on the hilt. Yeah, I mean, that's good. I don't think I want you to kill my brother. So it works just fine for me. You seem awful quick to the chase, huh? Any idea what you plan to get out of this? Shills, what else? Your brother Tharu's turning water into brine the way he runs his business. That can't be a real saying. I'll sweep him off his feet and throw him into whatever pit of spikes you arrange. I'll take what's mine and disappear, and you get the opportunity to sweep in and clean up. Okay, we're like 100% on the same page. I love this. That'll get you back in your family's graces. So, I guess you've done this before, huh? This? No, never. Something similar once or twice. Okay, yeah, I'm into it. You know what, bud? I like the cut of your jib, and even without knowing what a jib is. Unfortunately, I don't know if I quite like yours. You've been awful rude to someone you want to bring into the family. Yeah, he did lead with the insults and everything. How about you do something for me first? Convince me you got my best interests at heart. And you've already got something in mind, right? The wheels of romance are in motion, but I still have business to see to. That's where you come in, soon-to-be brother-in-law. Business. All right, yeah, sure, I can take care of your business. Just show me who to punch or throw a bottle at, as the case may be. Easy there, that's not what I had in mind. It'd help to convince Tharu of my proposal if I had some trade certificates to show for it. Haven't you ever heard that you catch more flies with honey? I'm pretty sure you catch more flies with a fly swatter. But I'll try things your way if that's what you want to hear. That's not that hard. You find a seller, then you find a buyer. You put two and two together and, well, it's not much different than matchmaking, since that's the game you're playing. I have a few leads on folks who might be selling, so choose one and chase it. And then you... Well, actually, maybe then you come back to me, yeah? Best I have a look at what you've arranged before we settle on a buyer. Yeah, I kind of figured you maybe had a few more shortcuts up your sleeve. This is the shortcut. Have at it, and I'll see you back in a bit. Yeah, that's fair. Smith really talked us into a situation there. Okay, Can't actually do anything. I was curious if I could parlay my Ellen's love for us into, I don't know, some cheap cards or something. So, Denicus has some leads on a couple of commodities entering the Pearl today. Find the most promising one, and we get no information at all. Well, this one's an Admiralty station, so let's go away from that. Let's do whatever else. Trina's fiery temper is matched only by the explosive mixtures she enjoys dabbling with. Oh, good. The human looks you up and down in suspicion. Denicus says you have something for sale? I do. Exotic compounds, straight from the Roalock. I appreciate that they actually put a muffler over her voice. Excretions scraped from the pustules of the pulpous tongue itself. A name given to the biomass that makes up almost half the solid ground in the Roalock archipelago. Oh, I don't think we knew that was the case before. Local myths have it that the tongue is all that's left of a great leviathan that did battle with an awakened Hesh long before the Vagrant Age. Man, the world of Griftlands is so cool. Mucus from the wild snail pits of Thar. A region in the Roalock famous as the migratory breeding ground of the wild southern Oshnu. Oh, we love Oshnus. I don't know if I love mucus, especially carting a bunch of mucus around, but even the concentrated droppings of an engorged gallfly swarm. A single gallfly is little more than a nuisance, but the seasonal swarms that mass over Roalock have been known to strip large animals to the bone. Oh, cool. Honestly, that's everything you just said is disgusting. Oh, it is. More so than you could ever imagine. But also quite effective in the right hands. Well, I mean, I guess let's negotiate. Trina will like us better if we take it at asking price. But plenty of people like me. Let's negotiate for a better offer. Look, you might say it's safe, but as a first-time customer, I'm cagey. Your pet's bladder pulsates ominously. Okay. All right. Whenever you play a card, draw a card and then discard a random card in your hand. Okay, this is gonna be colorful. So, what does my negotiation flourish even do? Gain 8 renown. Okay. Do we want to just open with this? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do it. It's the start of a day. We probably have time to build up another flourish before the end of the day. And that did count as playing a card. Okay, playing your flourish is playing a card. Well, I want to get both of these. If I'm only going to get to play one, though, potentially because of random discards, I would definitely prefer it be Wild Rant. Degrading nepotism and I guess draw a card. This makes it slightly less likely that we will discard the things that we actually want to keep. And we're definitely going into bravado, right? So I think I just want to do this. Okay. Things are going well so far. So, do I want to play Quip? I'm a little concerned about, like, if I don't play Lucid Bully now, I'm a little worried that I'm going to discard it. The odds are not super high. What I want to do is Visionary Bully into Lucid Bully, right? I'm going to go for it. Okay, cool. It actually went off. Pretty solid. Oh, and then we got our overturn. And then we may as well play Bewilder just to generate XP, and play Ransack just to generate XP as well. That was a big turn. We almost got there. We were so close. All right. Apply 3 composure to a random friendly argument and force... Okay, that's cool. Picking one of your arguments to be the fall guy. That's a fun flavor. 2 renown. At the end of your turn, remove all renown and apply that much composure to all your arguments. Or... yeah, we've seen standing before. I am not in love with these. Especially since we're going to have defenseless a fair amount of the time. I think we just decline. Let's build a rapport, huh? Earn my trust with good prices. Then I'll be a repeat customer. You are a skilled negotiator. I'll give you a lower price in the interest of hastening the deal. My wares are perishable after all. Ew. Anyway, I'll come by with an Oshnu and get the stuff. Not this Oshnu. Don't you dare touch a Bort. Don't do it. But I'll come back with another one. You can tell she wants to. Everybody wants to. Everybody who sees Bort is like, my, what a handsome creature. Rudana approaches you. Do I know? We don't know Rudana. I hear you're dealing with Trina. Listen, I need this sale more than she does. Please, reconsider my offer. I'll give you a better deal. Rudana would love me. So this generates a boon and a bane. Here's the thing. What we know about Trina is that she blows things up for fun all of the time. So I'm going to refuse to switch the deal based on that. Also, you know, Admiralty don't necessarily get along with them too well. No. I gave Trina my word. Thanks for nothing, grifter. Not that dude could not also cause problems for us, but I think those problems are probably eminently survivable. Smith, have you arranged the sale? Yeah, I talked to a bile broker, and I bought us a big squishy pile of decaying monster parts. She tells me that's worth something. At least I didn't pay very much for it? Oh, Roalock materials. And those usually get a good price if you can move them before they rot. Or spontaneously combust. Or come back to life. Anyway, I know a couple of folks who might be interested. Go talk to them and pick one. Now you already have a good deal going, but there's nothing stopping you from squeezing the buyer, too. Yeah, we'll do. What happens once I found the buyer? I'll send my people to meet you at the pickup spot. You know, the beaching has put a lot more eyeballs in the Pearl, so I need you to escort the goods to the drop-off. You just make sure nothing interferes, right? And then I'll come back and give you your cut. No, sorry, then you come back and I'll give you your cut. Ha! Got all turned around. This all sounds dangerously close to honest labor. I'm reminded why I fell into a life of grifting and carousing. But at least it sounds like an opportunity to get into a fight. So, Anawar's home or Lily's home? Anawar and Lily. Okay, Lily does like us already, so that could definitely be helpful in pursuing a good price. Let's go see Lily. My friend. Okay. Getting loved by Lily apparently is not even worth anything, because I'm pretty sure having more than one haggle badge doesn't accomplish anything. You look like someone who would enjoy a big vat of horrific monster parts, and I would love to sell at an unreasonable price. Now, these monster guts have traveled very far to make their way to you. That's got to be worth something. Mostly they did not do it on their own. They were carried, if that makes you feel any more comfortable. Do I want to start with name drop just to max it out? Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Wow. Okay. That was a pretty good draw. So let's Quip and Wild Rant. Probably these two seems pretty good. Right, that worked out. It feels like I'm getting pretty good at this negotiation thing. All right, name drop. What do you turn into? 3 renown and draw a card, or put some composure on that renown? No, this is definitely, like, losing the draw a card part, I think is pretty bad news. Ransack, Fixate, and Quip. I don't know that we want... I don't think we want any of this stuff. Ransack is cool, but I don't know that I want a bunch of them. It's going to make our turns very unpredictable. Yeah. Fine, I'll pay your ridiculous price. But I won't like it. Ha, you don't have to. I'll contact you again for delivery. Alright, well, it doesn't seem to have damaged our relationship with him, at least. You find a Jake loading the goods onto an Oshnu at the spot Denicus pointed out. You're Denicus's grifter? I'm my own grifter, thank you very much. But yes, I'm working with Denicus, though. Oh, I'm glad you finally made it. Trina dropped the stuff off here, but made a mess of it. My back's killing me. Would you mind helping me load the rest? Yeah, I can take 15 damage. That's not a big deal. Yeah, sure, I'll help. It is a little out of character, but fine. You know what? He's always doing things for people, right? He's not as selfish as both of the other characters, I think. You help load the Oshnu. It is extremely hard work, and by the end, you're feeling it. Listen, I'm tough. I'll be fine. That really hurts. Yeah, tell me about it. Thanks for the help, Grifter. Let's go. Alright, it's good to make friends. It's nice to do things for people, and it's good to make friends. Yep, and there's the hijack. Boy, whatever we're moving, it really smells. You're probably happier not knowing. Look, let's just get moving before it attracts... Ah, but it's too late. The smell of the Royalock has attracted the local fauna. Oh no, it's fleeds. Really? Just 2? Huh. This seems very strange, doesn't it? Like very strange. Well... I mean, we may as well drink. I see no reason not to drink heavily. And then... Yeah, more bottles. I need more bottles for the thing I'm doing here. Alright, well, I guess we're just going to spend them on boosted stack then. Rather than... Shatter doesn't really matter, because we're going to get through these enemies pretty quickly. Alright, I'll do one of these as well, just to get some XP on it. At this point, I'm just breaking bottles on my own head for no reason, just for the heck of it. What is your deal? I mean, that's neat. I could see she definitely is like visibly in pain from the work of moving. I mean, we gotta level up Gulper, right? Gulper's very good. And then I kind of want to just play... What do I want to level up the most? I guess let's play the dropkick that will level. And then get on Long Night as well. Alright, my whole deal is just hitting people with drinking receptacles. Myself, the enemies, whoever happens to be around. That was a weirdly easy battle though, right? Why was that so easy? I do think we want this. Let's upgrade that dropkick. So 2 extra damage or apply 2 trauma. This is definitely better, right? Yeah, I like that. And then threshold 6, apply to impair. It's a little... This is an interesting design, giving this burnout. So that you cannot try to save it for the right moment. You just kind of have to use it when you get it. Honestly, I think I like it. I do sort of wish it... I wish it was like apply 1 evasion. But even so, I think it's good. I think we're going to take it. Well, good thing you were here for that. Let's go. Yeah, so it is day 2, right? Honestly, that would have felt easy for a day 1 fight. That's very strange. You arrive at the drop point with the goods. Oh, you're on time, Grifter. I respect that. Lily inspects the goods. You probably should not do that too closely. And everything's here. I mean, good service deserves consideration, doesn't it? I could definitely use the healing. Yeah, you tell him, Oshnuz. You tell him various Oshnuz. So... We don't have a way of drawing this time, which is, well, no, I guess I have this. Yeah, let's go ahead and open with the name drop. Okay, did not draw into our really powerful stuff. That's fine. Oh, I should have... What am I doing? I'll tell you what I'm doing. Not being very thoughtful. And then we will play a 0 composure bewilder to level it up. Who needs composure, right? If the enemy never gets a turn, it doesn't matter if you have composure. Thank you. Networker's cool. 4 damage on that effect is pretty something. Gain 1 renown for every card in your hand. We're not really, like... We're doing so much burst damage, though, that renown doesn't feel all that important. I think I'm just gonna skip it. Oh, yeah, forgive my manners. Lily presses a couple clammy shills into your and Oppel's hands and leaves. Gee, thanks. Well, it's more than I usually get. 10 entire shills? What is it, my birthday? Alright, am I getting jumped again? Wow, we walked all the way across the pearl without anybody trying to murder me at all. We should tell Denicus how the transaction went, but like, let's do it in the way that benefits us the most. Also, Ellen is just everywhere. Right now, we will gain 10 shills on win. We gotta earn ourselves a little bit of a push here. Whenever you shuffle, Denicus gains impatience. Okay, this seems pretty straightforward. Let's start with a ransack, because we have kind of a lot of green stuff in our hand. Okay, I think that was all right. So if we do Visionary Bully, let's see, 1 to 2 plus 5 plus 2. Yeah, because the Lucid Bully is going to do an extra point of damage, right? So yeah, we do this, then Unyielding gets us an extra action. Pretty handy. And then he's going to do 2 damage to that and 3 damage to my Oshnu thing. Yeah, I guess I'll cover this. All right, we are about to get a pretty serious amount of cash here. Let's open with that. I'm going to just go ahead and play Degrading Nepotism. I'm going to, first of all, throw this down. I'm going to play the Bewilder of Clarity, too. I think, just get rid of that. Okay, and then there's basically no chance that this isn't a kill, right? There we go. Also, we pulled a dud there because I guess there were no red cards left in my deck. I did not do the count. So, draw a card versus gain a renown. I think I'd generally rather have draw a card. But I also think there's a pretty good chance we're just going to pull that out of our deck if we get the chance. At the start of your turn, apply 2 composure to this argument. So it just creates an argument that does 1 damage and... Well, I mean... I don't think... Our deck is so burst damage focused, I really don't think this is any good. I've been waiting for it to show us some red cards, but that's just not a useful one. Fine, I'll give you an extra 134 shills if you finish the job. That comes to 234, so you better not fail. Okay, well, I didn't fail. It feels like that should have been a thing we did at the beginning of this little adventure, but fine. Well, the deal is done. And you did a good job with those negotiations. You're a natural at this. Here's your cut. Yep, that's that negotiate should have been available last time we talked. Okay, and quest bonus, Restoration. Well, it feels like we probably ought to take... Oh, wow. That is a lot of health. The thing is, we're not desperate for either. I guess let's take the health. We could have taken the Resolve with the intention of restoring our health through continuing to argue. But even so, I think that's the right idea. Alright, it's getting late. You tell me you're done with the paperwork, yeah? Reminds me why I never petitioned for a contract. So much fine print, not enough wine sprint. Not enough wine sprint. Do you get Denicus? Denicus, do you get it? Do you get it? He's asleep behind those glasses, I think. Easy, brother. It's official. Through accepted my proposal. Him saying brother here, I know he means because we're about to be technically brothers, but it does make me regret that I am not voicing him as Hulk Hogan. What? You didn't even meet him. How'd you manage that? Well, he thinks I'm a Deltrian trade negotiator looking to invigorate the supply lines with Rentoria. Through asked for exclusive first rights to all new trade contracts, and I said yes. What? That's surprisingly shrewd of him. Well, I also sent him a portfolio of self-portraits. Ah, there it is. And a book of poems I wrote. I dedicated one to him in particular. Through complexion dew, across the waves, my heart seeks you. Okay, well, you know, there's no accounting for taste. Hey, not bad, I lied. Oh, it's terrible, but if he's smitten, I'm in business. You know, I almost feel bad you're gonna break his heart. I won't. That's your job, remember? You should move along now. I need to get ready for our face-to-face. I'll come find you at the hideaway when it's time. Sure, partner. And make yourself pretty now. I mean, it's already fairly pretty. Friend, I was born that way. Again, once again, just like a little wish I had done a Hulk Hogan. I don't know that I could have capped it up for this whole conversation, though. Ask Denicus about life. Sure, why not? So, what brought you to this line of work? And how do you not get caught? Getting caught would require someone report what I do. And most folks don't report it. But they don't notice they've been duped? Oh, they notice. But maybe I made off with more than their riches, you know? Maybe they hope I'll come back. Huh. What kind of sucker do you have to be to get conned and want more? Beats me. But when I find them, I know how to play them. I'm feeling a little bit judged. Just the tiniest bit. Sweet Marief's Bar is hosting an open mic. Good time to practice your charm. How could I possibly get any more charming? Or Opal could give me a gun. I don't necessarily feel like I want a gun. Oh, hold on. Tay wants something. Oh, I should probably, you know what? I should go do the orange event. The orange event's going to go away. This isn't like a thing where I need to check in with Tay or her event's going to disappear. Ah, Smith, there you are. You're a hard man to find when rewards are ready for reaping. Thanks to your help, our prototype has blossomed into a beautiful butterfly. Figuratively, of course. So we could get loved or we could get the final product, which I'm actually very curious about. I mean, I'm also curious what we get out of being loved. I believe that it's the same from character to character. Like, I think if you get loved by Alan, it's always the haggle badge. So over time, if you're like, that's how we know that Lily hating us will give us bad credit. So over time, there's a lot of benefit to earning this kind of information. I'm gonna leave without repayment. Let's see what we get from being loved by Gumthau. My what? Huh? You know, to be honest, I'd forgotten about it. I don't much got an interest for this kind of thing. Maybe buy me a drink sometime, yeah? We'll call it even. You, sir, are a true philanthropist. All right. Oh, it's a... Okay, well. Well, at least we know now. Okay, and even that, dismiss the orange thing. Right, I just kind of like spaced on how the game works for a minute there, long enough to click on... I feel like I should still be able to go to open mic night, but fine, whatever. I don't need to be any more charming, frankly. You've had a long day, so you almost don't remember Teotaro's waiting for you. You figure it's best to follow up, though, since you're still a far cry from getting a leg up on Vix. I hear you've been busy. Looking forward to a nice reunion? Not exactly. But I've taken enough gut punches. My insides may as well be hardened leather. Not exactly the bravado you had on display yesterday, is it? All the same, I have another job for you. And if your heart isn't quite in it, maybe consider that you aren't the only person who Vix Molly has wronged. So all this is really to take down Vix? I get that he's an egomaniac, but he's also just one of a pack. I'm aware that there are tendrils of corruption within the cult, yes. But your brother is at its center, and I intend to deracinate him. There is no way Smith knows that word. Well, I'm not sure what that means, but he probably deserves it. And what about you? Is ostracizing you now the only thing? Is ostracizing you now the only thing he's ever done to earn your ire? No, not really. But Mullify's the girl, right? I mean, normally she'd become head of the family. But he always had a way of making us feel bad for doing anything but what he wanted. Now imagine him doing that, but with all of Hessiandom. Alright, lay it on me, exalted one. That's clever. What do you need me to do? Much like Hesh's waters, the cult is often teeming with trouble beneath the surface. In this case, a rival sect has been spreading insubordinate mythos, and I would like it silenced. Oh, tall tales coming from Hessians. I mean, what's the big conspiracy? Is Hesh actually like a big algae bloom? Don't be absurd. The theological disagreement is... Okay, Ctenophore? Maybe Stenophore versus... Yep, those words. What she said. You got a sneeze there, Luminari? I'm sure the details elude you. It's a question of taxonomy. I thought Hesh was kind of an unknowable eldritch being that defied our puny comprehension. Dome of a jelly, beak of a squid, spits ink to cloud the waters. Seems kind of silly to try and classify it then. I agree, strongly. The taxonomists must be stopped. At worst, their efforts are heretical, and at best, they may actually gift themselves madness. Well, you gotta treat yourself to something nice every now and then. Infiltrate their meeting and show them the error of their ways. Perhaps they'll see how close they are to Spark Barons with this talk. Ooh, harsh words. I don't know where the ritual is being held, but I have a lead on someone who does. Go shake the info out of them. You might be able to find more people who are attending, and figure out details before you go blundering in. But it's up to you. Yeah, I mean, blundering in does kind of sound like my whole thing, right? Yep, okay, hold on a sec. I'm gonna tab out here. I'm gonna look this word up. This is probably a real word, right? Ctenophore. Okay, it's, comb jellies. A phylum of invertebrate animals that live in marine waters worldwide. Okay, jellyfish. Jellyfish, and it is, in fact, pronounced Ctenophore. The C is totally silent. Okay. Ctenophore. The Ctenophorian heresy. Probably. Even though I just looked at it, I'm only like 30% confident I've got that right. The streets of the foam are full enough with strangers that you see no reason to react when one blocks your path. Oh, you're right there? You need directions or something? I should ask you the same. You look ripe with metal, eager to test it. Weird, don't just walk up to a stranger and say that. I know what your whole deal is, Plundak, but even so, weird. And normally I prefer a round or two at the bar before I start brawling. But if you really want a Kradashi knuckle sandwich, I mean, I guess I can oblige. Ha! Your bravado is a mask, but you wear it well. Yeah, no, we know about metal. We're just gonna run through this real fast. Okay. I was on my way somewhere, if you don't mind. You meet Pleat. I'd ask what you're up to, lurking through the feud at night, but then you might ask me the same. I have a different question for you, sort of a religious question. Yeah? So, Hesh is a jellyfish, right? What kind of jellyfish is Hesh, exactly? The official view is that Hesh is uncategorical, and then I kick the shit out of him. I don't know. It feels like we probably ought to not immediately go to blows over this. This would restore some resolve, though. Now let's ask some leading questions. Yeah. Listen, we all know the official answer. I'm asking for the real answer. Pay no attention to what my pet's bladder is doing. Whenever a faith in hash argument is destroyed, this restores 2 resolve. Okay, interesting. Well, let's blow some stuff up, shall we? Alright, that was a pretty good draw. Do I even want to equip? I don't think I do. We can go into Visionary Bully here, and then we have another Visionary Bully if it makes sense to... Yeah, I think that is the most sensible thing to do. Sad to draw Wild Rant right after you run out of actions, though. Okay, let us, I guess, open with a Ransack? Yeah. Do we want to name drop now? I sort of want to all out in case we get cheaper name drops, but then I want to play all my red cards in a row. Let's, show me good stuff. Oof. Well, let's try again. Not so much, huh? Well, I guess let's go ahead and use this. We may as well run this through. This is not a terribly difficult fight. I don't feel too bad about kind of soft pedaling this. Yeah, sure, free quip. Yeah, see, we're almost back at our flourish already. Alright, so this is one of your faith in hash arguments. Okay, we will simply ignore it. Always Wild Rant. Wild Rant, always and forever. Yeah, give me all out and I guess this. You know, it's not such a big deal. Give me some overturn. Do we want to just... Is there stuff in my deck that still needs XP? Yes, there is. Okay. Let's just go for this instead of playing the overturn. And then do this. Show me... Okay. We are not going to find any cards that actually benefit from being played. That's a shame. Didn't get to Wild Rant hardly at all. Yeah. That said, I'm still not wild about those. Boy, they hate to show us red cards. After all, how can we claim to swim in Hash's waters if we can't even picture Hash and exactly where it fits in marine biology, you know? Oh, you're a seeker. There's a meeting tonight where you might find the answers you're looking for. Pete gives you an address. I've got to go prepare now, but if you have any more questions, you can ask your boy. All right. Don't tell anyone else about this. You got it? Yeah, no, sure. See you there. I am great at discretion? Question mark? All right, so I have a very large amount of money, and it feels like I should go spend it. I'm just realizing this would probably be a good time to do that. Hey, Virox. What's the deal with the automech? His name is Steven. Yeah, okay, but like, what's the deal with Steven? He's a hard worker? He takes the whole party motif a bit too literally, perhaps. But he sure does move that product. Well, okay, hard to argue with. And there's too much business here up front. I need to see that party in the back. Gee, I've never heard that one before. This guy really hates it when people refer to his store as a mullet, but apparently is a thing that happens all the time. Hey, Steven. I am ready for more of the partying, actually. So, what do you got? Attack a random argument, expend any number of cards in your hand, attack again per card expended. Okay. That's an interesting way to use some of the purples that we don't necessarily always want to be using. Long-winded seems very good. That's just... Boy, that seems very good. Move up to 3 empty bottle cards from your draw pile to your discard pile, and then draw 2 cards. so as to avoid having to expend them, I guess, keep them live. At the start of each turn, move one empty bottle card from your draw pile to your discard, and also, this card is an adorable rat, which is to say that we have already purchased it. Increase Moxie by the amount of damage dealt by this card. Seems great. Don't want to pay 2 actions for it. I kind of want this too. I came here with the intention of buying Grafts, but I think we're gonna take Long-Winded. It seems very good, even if it isn't red. And then I would like Renounce too, but we ran out of money because that rat was not optional. I guess I'm ready to stop partying. The party will be waiting for you when you get back. Don't I know it? And I mean, and you guys look like you're having a blast, so. All right. Yeah, but we can probably give you more information about the ritual. Might be useful. Okay, there's a person here who does not much care for me. Yaboy has a tendency of showing up in unexpected places, but it's fun to announce his arrival. Okay, I get it. Out in the chill of night, best cover your neck, and not for fear of catching cold. That sounds like a threat. Did you just threaten me, friend? Pleat told me you know a lot about Hesh. He did he? Yeah, and he invited me to this thing later today. He said you'd help me prepare for it? I don't know if I trust you, friend. And then I murdered him. No, we'll convince him we're trustworthy. Listen, I'm just an honest seeker looking for enlightenment. A thing that honest people always tell others is that they are honest. That's like the core element of being honest. When an argument of Yaboy's is removed or destroyed, all other arguments gain 2 resolve. Okay. He doesn't seem like he's attacking us at all this turn. All right, seems fine with me. So let's start with Long-Winded. Then we'll go into All Out from there. It is a shame you don't get to determine what order those things happen in. All right, love a 0-cost wild rant. Love degrading nepotism. It's my favorite kind of nepotism. I guess we'll just take Unyielding. It's not awesome, but it's better than the other option in the situation we find ourselves in right now. All right, I'm feeling pretty pumped up here. Let's go ahead and just get this out of our deck because it's probably never going to be useful. We'll level that up. It is remarkable how much trouble I'm having actually playing a hot tip. I never have any actions left. Okay, he blew himself up. That was fun. Our deck's pretty alright. Okay, this makes it non-random. This makes you draw more. I do like draw 4, discard 2 for 0. I mean, the randomness is bad. I think with this gaining cost, though, I think I am going to go that way. That might be wrong, but just like you can make it better by just making it so there's not garbage in your deck, you know? I don't think we're taking any of this stuff for exactly that reason. All right, your curiosity seems legitimate. The meeting tonight is for those who are looking for a deeper understanding of the true nature of Hesh. There are those who would prevent others from reaching that understanding, so we have to take precautions. So it's guarded. We have a pack of Lumicites to keep away the undeserving. Well, that sounds dangerous. They're trained to stand down when they hear the word Coloblast. Is that Collolblast? Yes, why? I mean, is that all, though? Just some trained animals? Oh, no. We have Mamu, too. Oh, good to know. I feel safer already. I'll see you tonight. Okay, feels like maybe we should interrupt Mamu on his way to the event. This is like a whole real plan. You meet Mamu. Come to distract me from my drink? You best have a good reason. Well, we could share a drink. I haven't done my zero disadvantage drink yet for today. Maybe if you like me, the thing that's going to happen next will be easier. And I could use the resolve. Yeah, let's do it. You order drinks for you both. Mamu greedily accepts. Nothing like Havarian swill. All right. You would grant me the Bell of Hesh. That's fine. Hey, I'm part of your club. My club? Yeah, the 10-4 Jelly Club. the 10-4 Jelly Club. That's not the name of our organization. We are the Taxonomists, and we believe that Hesh is... My first meeting's tonight, and I'm really excited. What do you want from me? Why, I just want to turn you against the 10-4 Jelly Club. Look, I'll level with you. I'm not really a member of the 10-4 Jelly Club. The cult is making its move against you weirdos, and it's going to be bad. I'm going to give you one chance to be on the right side of this thing. Are you going to take it? That's influence, right? A bit of free influence, not super valuable for us, actually. So when destroyed, that'll just pop one of your intents. Okay, this doesn't look too bad. Although we are a little bit short on cards that are meaningful. Hey, that helps. Okay. Obviously this and then that. Does the order that I select them in that menu set the order that we play them in, maybe? So let's do some degrading nepotism, a little bit of this. And then we may as well bravado this away, even though it's not doing anything this turn, because we're not going to be able to finish it off anyway. Yeah. And then get this out of my deck. Alright, so all that does is some damage. We can, I think, safely ignore that. Let's start with Hot Tip. Because there's a chance Long-Winded is going to just finish the battle. Okay, it didn't, but it could have, you know. So I don't actually have lethal right now. I am gonna hit this just in case. Okay, we're fine. It turns out our deck's pretty solid. All right, what have we here? Reduce the cost of 3 cards by 1, or no, I don't care about the defenseless. That is not a concern for me at all. And then, yeah, there's a lot of composure stuff in his initial card set. Oh, thank Hesh's indifference. So you're not a true believer then? I was curious, and one thing led to another, and then I found myself... look, I don't need your life story, just your help. Well, I want out. Great, good enough for me. When the tentacles hit the brine at the meeting tonight, just follow my lead. You back me up, and I'll tell the cult good things about you. Agreed. All right. And who knows, that might even result in a rise in opinion. I sure do like being loved. We have 8 metal at this point. I guess we should go buy an upgrade. Even though what's-her-name is very off-putting. Alright, yeah, give me some maximum health, I guess? May as well spend it on something. Alright, I'm gonna leave now. You're creeping me out. You find the ritual location. So, this is the place, huh? Hey, there's the new guy I was talking about. Let me introduce you to Braille. A dour-looking zealot emerges from the shadows. You've brought us another stray, Pleat. Not a stray, a seeker. This grifter wants to know the true nature of Hesh. Does he now? Grifter, convince me of your sincerity. Oh yeah. Convince Braille you're down for some weird Hesh stuff. Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. I wanna know the truth about Hesh. Who says I don't? Listen, Oshnuness is next to Heshiness, and I would think that a cleric of Hesh would know that. I'm very disappointed in you. Alright, Wild Rant first. So I'm going to play that, and then play this? Yeah, okay, it does look like the order I select them in is the order they play in. Alright, we get to finish off Unyielding. And then... do we want to... I mean, we probably ought to prestigious name drop first. Because we're breaking our bravado streak anyway here. Oof. Okay, let's hope that's one of the cards that gets discarded. No such luck. Alright, yeah, definitely boost it all out. This is going pretty well. Draw a card? Okay, cool and fun. Right, their cost stays reduced for the entirety of the turn, even if you draw them again. So, this feels like it's going pretty well. Eventually I run out of card draw. For the moment, though, strategy's feeling pretty strong. Unyielding goes up to exactly 2 damage or gets a little bit of randomness. So they have the same average. I'm gonna go for Rooted Unyielding, probably. Like, when you're playing this card, you're looking for this effect. So you want this thing to function in a predictable manner. And then another copy of Unyielding, or... I do think it's okay. I don't know that I need 2 of them. And I kind of don't want to put extra cards in my deck unless they're really good, because the way our deck is functioning right now totally rules. That creature on the beach, it's real. Not multidimensional, not unknowable. It smells bad and leaks just like we do. So that makes me wonder, is Hesh the same? And if so, did it evolve that way? Yes, exactly right. And evolution, as we know, is driven by struggle. If Hesh is all-powerful, what environment encouraged it to become so? If Hesh has natural weapons, what are they used for? And if it has natural defenses, from what does it defend itself? Yeah, what you said. Jeez, that's a lot to think about. Excellent. Since this is your first meeting, you will be the one to face the pit. The what now? The pit. It is a sacred portal through which the nature of Hesh reveals itself. What do I have to do with it? Oh, it's easy. You just plunge your arm into the pit. And that's it. Yeah. We will listen to your screams and decipher Hesh's message. My screams. You know what? I'm a quick healer. Alright, I'm game. Let's do this. Let us begin. Strong arms grasp you from behind and lead you over to the gaping pit. Raw lumen roils at the bottom. The heat and the vapors are intoxicating. A chant starts. It increases in intensity as you are lowered. Your arm hits the lumen. The pain is exquisite. See, aren't you glad we did this? Look at all the things we're experiencing. You hear screaming, and it takes some time for you to realize that you are the source. The cultists haul you back up and shove you in front of Braille again. Oh, you did splendidly. Did you learn anything from that? Oh, yes, here, let me show you. Okay, cool. We gained a neat card. Yeah, all right. I don't know if I actually think that's good. All right, whatever. I love the fact that that things like this, narrative events, can give you cards that are themed to the events and stuff. All right, so we're done now, right? Oh no, that was just a partial immersion to test your spirit. You passed. Now for the real thing. Is this the point where I kick his ass? If we take 16 damage, we're going down to 38. I can win a fight from 38. I'm going to allow the ritual to continue. I'm kind of curious how far this will go. Okay. You are dragged back to the pit. The last thing you remember is the taste of your own bile. Ow. Also gross. Time passes in the void. You wake up with a head full of ache and strange new ideas. Gained battle card Damnation. Apply 4 damned and 4 power to a friendly target. At the end of the owner's turn, reduce damned by 1. When damned reaches 0, owner takes 50. Okay. That's interesting. So you put quite a timer on the battle, and you pay 2 actions to do so. You stagger to your feet, mentally rehearsing your excuses for Teotaro. What excuses? That was great. We learned so much. I did not do the thing. She wanted it all. Well, look who it is. Yeah, I found the ritual. And those guys are into some weird stuff, let me tell you. And you stopped them. Well, they stopped, eventually. I honestly don't remember the details. You were supposed to stop the ritual, not join it. Hey, I got you names and a location. You know, send in your goon squad if you want to crack some heads. Whatever. Go have a shower. You get paid 100 chills. I was not expecting to not be able to remain conscious through the thing. I thought Smith was tougher than that. Alright, so we don't even get a cool graft. All cards gain 1 minimum damage. You know what? I'll take the company band. Let's help Bort out a little bit. I would feel terrible if anything happened to him. All right. Well, that could have gone better. Listen, sometimes you get submerged in a mysterious liquid and the evening just gets away from you. It's happened to everybody. You find Denicus leaning over the bar, talking to an increasingly frazzled Sweet Marif. I gave you 20 shills to break into smaller chips, and the shills to pay my tab, but you only gave me the change back. No, I gave you what you're owed. I don't think you gave me the 20. Don't give him nothing, sweets. I've whistled that tune before, and it's not as catchy as he thinks. I'm getting married tonight, you know. Least you could do is get me drunk first. Look, whatever game through is playing, he expects you to be on the level. You can drink when it's over. I've never married a Kradeshi before. Is drinking part of the ceremony? Oh yeah. First you sign the forms in triplicate, then down the rest of the ink in one go. It'll mess you up good, but you'll see in pretty colors for the rest of the night. Are you having me on? No, if you don't want to drink squid juice, just make your signature real big and loopy. You ready? Never enough time to be anything else. After you. Alright, say goodbye to your old life. You're about to get banquad. Get banquated. It's a little weird because our name ends in a D. You get what I'm saying. Goodbye, old life. Bye? No, Sweet Marif, you're too gentle and pure for this world. Don't worry about it. He'll be fine. I'm gonna go back to the party store because I think we can buy that other card now. The route to the magistrate's office is familiar enough to you, what with being dragged in and out of it enough times in your disgruntled youth. So with your feet going on muscle memory, your mind is free to wander. Theroux was always annoying. You could easily picture his smug glee when he heard you were being cast out, happy enough to be elevated on his own. You spent your whole life waiting for a chance to clock him and get away with it, but that was just to rough him up a little. Killing him's it's a different story. Hey, bud, you better watch where you're going. Huh? Oh, sorry. Got something on my mind. Nothing personal. I think it probably is personal, Smith. Hey, you should have kept laying low, Cassando. Or what are you calling yourself now, Denicus? I wasn't sure I had your trail. Maybe another month or two I might have given up. But you had to get greedy and betroth yourself to the only person in Haveria more greasy than you. What is it you want, Fizzluck? Shills? This time tomorrow I'll have 5 times what you gave me. You want me to pay you back, it'll be simple. You broke my heart, and you offer me shills? I would have paid twice that much to get you to stay. Oh, shuckin' Hesh, are you serious? He's a two-bit con man. I could floss my teeth with his act. What, and who are you? Hired muscle? I'll kill you too if I have to. Here's the thing. I think we probably ought to just kill him. He's going to be a problem in the long term, right? We can talk him out of being a problem right now, but I feel like his survival poses a long-term risk to the plan. So this is self-defense. I'm totally allowed to kill him. That's not how this works. Fine, I could use a good fight to help me get my head on straight. Also, hopefully to let Moxie restore some of my health here. Although not if they're going to hit me for 9 damage. Jesus. Well, we do have some empty bottles. But this expends from the deck. Does does deck mean... Okay. So it uses the word deck on both of these. It uses the word draw pile here. It's not clear to me whether deck means draw pile or whether the whole thing is the deck. I guess this would be a good way to find out. Gosh, I don't like the amount of damage we're about to take here. All right. I'm going to give you a little boost, friend, and then I'm going to apply an impair, I think, because I need to not take 9. We'll test the thing some other time. And we're ready to flourish. What does my flourish do again? Drink 2, take 1 damage, just do stuff. Okay, I think I want to save that because we're going to boss fight at some point here, right? I certainly didn't want to put the damnation on myself, just in case. Hopefully he doesn't take that too personal. All right, so Duck is no good here. All of my bottles are in my discard pile still, so we can still test this thing. Yeah, let's see. Okay, yeah, the deck means draw pile plus discards. Good, that's the way that's better for us to work. So we're definitely not going to expend any cards, but this just lets me try to draw into something, or I could just play Pack Rat and like Duck, even though playing Duck doesn't do anything for us, just to get XP on it. Pack Rat doesn't do anything for us at the moment either, is the thing. I need to draw some damage. Okay, there we go. Do we do the headbutt? Yeah, I think I'm gonna headbutt the other one. Let's get some impair up on both of them. I'll get a little bit of Moxie healing. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of damage. So boosted swig for sure. All right, I got three power now. That feels pretty good. Apply 1 impair and 2 bleed per bottle. We don't have an ability to get any more bleed. Oh, right, this is random enemy stuff. Well, okay. So you're dead. That's good news for us. You know, I don't really want the damnation to go off, so... How dare you? Who do you think you are? This calls for one thing and one thing only. Heavy drinking. Alright, and then we may as well deliver a big drop kick for some extra XP. I mean, we're certainly delivering the kill, right? Ow. Okay, we ended up at 32 health. That wasn't so bad. Members of the Admiralty will not help you in battle or negotiation. Well, that already wasn't happening. And fortunately, that's Radana. So it turned a dislike into a hate rather than making a new person completely hate us. So that's a little bit of extra value, I guess. Admiralty Intel, honestly, I don't even want to take, I think. I think these are, yeah, those are bad cards. For me, for this deck. Attack with this card twice. I mean, we do have a lot of good power income stuff. So Kiss the Fist is actually probably pretty solid. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. It's not awesome and it's not entirely within our gimmick, but it's good. All right, well, in hand gain 1 dominance. Very much in favor of that. Fizzlook is dead, leaving you both looking only slightly disheveled. Sorry, lightly disheveled. Well, that was certainly dramatic. Do I still look fit to be married? Yeah, a real peach. Listen, we hardly got any blood on us at all. Anyway, let me into the back, please. Don't upset Steven. He's going to be overjoyed. I'm here for partying. He loves it when I'm here for partying. Yeah, let's take Renounce. Renounce seems very good. And then we definitely don't have enough money for, well, what do you call it? Friendly Graphs. So we'll just keep moving. I'm a little sad at how little value we got out of our haggle badge. It's not been a very negotiation-heavy day. The magistrate's office is calm and quiet. Seems Theroux might have booked it off specifically for the signing. You stay out of sight once your brother appears, hiding in the vestibule and poking one eye out to watch. Theroux looks happy. The happiest you've ever seen him, to be honest. He's bouncing on his heels as he reaches his hands out to Denicus's, taking them in his own. The magistrate notarizes the paperwork and seals it inside a metal tube before leaving the newlyweds alone to contemplate their future together. I don't actually have a plan for how this is going to go down. I can't tell you how thrilled I am to meet you, and thank you for agreeing to this, frankly, rushed courtship. Well, I certainly can't complain. Oh, I'm sure you can, especially when you meet my family. I'd disown all of them if I could. Yeah, speaking of... Smith? I should have known you'd show up. You can't stand to have any crisis not be your making. I don't quite get what that means, but if there's a party, I'll crash it. Nobody wants you here. Just go back to whatever lousy dive you call home and let the parasites eat you. This is my home, you brat. I only left because a lot of you made me feel like I didn't belong. But that's gonna change, because I'm gonna get back what's mine. To your surprise, Theroux throws out an arm to shield Denicus. It catches you off guard enough to give him time to call for backup. Assassin! Thief! Someone help! Turns out when you're rich and powerful, there's always someone on hand. Wow, that's a way that you could look on purpose if you wanted to. Felix and Taz, freelance bodyguards. Alright. First, I'm going to smash this guard of yours into the filigreed floor. Then, baby brother, you and I are going to have words. And they won't be nice. And one of them's going to be Hammer, in case it's not clear what I'm talking about here. Alright, so it looks like I'm guessing from his stance, going to get kicked many times. Okay, they're both hitting me for a couple shots. Okay, and when one of them goes down, the other one gains power. So we want to be a little bit careful. A lot of our stuff is kind of arbitrary in its targeting, so who knows? Who knows what'll happen? It does feel like this would be a good time to open up the Battle Flourish, though, right? Take 1 damage, gain 3 Moxie, apply 3 trauma. And I guess it doesn't really look like it matters. This guy's hitting me for 8 instead of 7. Let me real quick take a drink. Okay. Definitely want a pack rat. Right? We want to get this established on turn 1. Also, adorable rat. Look at him. That's just good art right there. So I could open up 2 wounds here. I guess I am stacking up a lot of damage on one guy, but I kind of think even with the 4 power, it's got to be worth it to just take one down immediately, right? So this will do 4 damage. It'll apply to impair. So I'll take 4 now, which will give me a pulse of Moxie, and then I'll take, what, 3 and 3 from his attacks. So I'll get 1 extra pulse of Moxie at the cost of 2 extra damage. It probably ends up being pretty much even on damage, but this benefits better from the wounds. Yeah, that's a better play. I have concerns. Am I definitely going to die? No, not definitely. Let's drink heavily. And of course, the turn when I draw all of my defense, they're not trying to attack me in any way. We got a lot of Moxie out of that, which is nice. Let's throw up the batter up. Okay, he's having a rough one. He's going down quick. All right, good news from the Oshnu. So, if he unpanics, like, I think we do just want to finish him off, honestly. So Gulper's not going to get us any empty bottles. So this is basically just draw 2. We probably do want to stick a wound here. Yeah. Let's fracture him. Next attack deals 3 bonus damage, but I can bring his hubris down by just hitting him a lot. I'm into it. So unfortunately, I don't have a good way of creating more bottles for Long Night. I should have played Long Night first, probably. I was just thinking, like, you know, establish wound as fast as possible. Well, let's still play Long Night because it's more damage than the other card. And then I am giving serious consideration to toughen up. Nah, offense is the way to go. This is how you toughen up. Everyone is infinitely tough against a dead opponent. Wow, he is really, it's really landed on in a very serious way. Well, this is definitely a good time for Duck. And I'm kind of thinking maybe I just play Damnation afterward. I wanna use the Mandible on him. Maybe I drink and then Mandible, or drink and then something. Yeah, let's. Okay, alleviate 6. We don't have any alleviatable health at the moment, but we can just pick up the Murder Bay Blaster. We only have 1 empty bottle right now, so boosted stack's not awesome. And extra power is always good. Alright, so I'm only going to take 5 this turn. That's not so bad. Alright, I was trying to just rush this down. We can, of course, just kill this dude now pretty easily. Do we want to... I want a Long Night first. And then, I mean, we've gotten him back to surrender. Maybe I just ignore him again for a second here. We don't need to reapply the impair. Let's wound you again. The Oshnu's going to hit you too, which is good. And then I don't really want to expend this bottle. I want to keep the bottle. Am I just playing Toughen Up? No, let's get the damage out, even though the impair is not really helpful. Because I'm sure he'll be dead before his current impair wears off. I mean, we could Damnation now. It's fairly safe. I don't feel like it's very likely I'm going to die here. And getting experience on this thing is probably a good idea. I am not going to play it on the Oshnu. I would never consign my Oshnu to damnation. Do I just drop kick him? It gets us most of the way there. Oh, in fact, it will get us there. Right, because the Oshnu's hitting him hard enough. Okay. Kabam! Take that. Huh. Why did it not just end my turn? Oh, it doesn't usually, does it? I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking, if we run out of stuff to do, it'll just be automatic. And then, obviously, we kill these two. Okay, feel pretty good about that. Let's get these. Let's take our bash upgrade. So 4 damage or deal 6 bonus damage if you get to 6 empty bottles. You know, I think this is at least on theme with our strategy. We cannot realistically currently do this, but that is the place we're trying to take the deck. All right, what is this? Underdriver. Apply 3 defense, applies 2 bonus defense for every card you played this turn. Okay, that's all right. And the Overdriver... Okay, so they just... Cards that want you to play a lot of cards. I will take both of them. I think they're both good. At the start of your turn, play a random card in your hand for free. Boy, that's a heck of a thing to gain. I was going to say Wild Rant seems like an obvious winner. No, I still think it's Wild Rant, though. It's just like play a thing that lets you play pay 1 to play 3 hostile cards combines so well with Bravado, and yeah. They're both very good cards, though. Apply 2 defense, increase by 1 for each power and adrenaline. Whenever you gain defense, gain adrenaline. No, that's all right. I love the way he has to put on a blindfold. I don't think I'm taking any of this stuff. At this point, we pretty much only want cards that interact with drinking, right? I am both dangerous and unstable. Dangerous is a little bit of a bummer because it is just like an empty card. At least when you draw a killer, it has replenish. But it's still good. It's still a good thing to have. It's just going to lower our ability to draw all the way through our deck all the time for free. And then a boss graft. Enemies no longer panic, take 3 damage at the end of every turn, or reduce defense gained from cards by 2. I feel like we so rarely actually play any defense, and I know we just took a card that only gives defense, but I think this one has very little cost. And just incredibly powerful. Alright, all that's left is Theroux, trembling in his very expensive boots. Denicus stands by, watching you closely. Well, you've done what you always do. What's next, Smith? You kill me and then what? Vix, if you can even get to him? And Mullafi? I'd like to see you try. Do I want to kill him, though? Like, this is a decision we hadn't really made. Obviously, our version of Smith here is totally willing to kill a person. But do I want to kill my siblings? Or do I want to try to just reform the family, but, you know, with me in like a position that's on the inside of that thing? I don't think we're playing reckless murderer, burn everything down, Smith. We may try that on a future run, but I don't think that's where we're at now. Let's try to reconcile. Look, all I wanted was to be on the inside. We can make this really easy, man. Alright, pretty fun. So what, we played Degrading Nepotism. Definitely overturned twice. I do love my buff cards here. And then the question is, do we renounce both of these cards? Now, let's play Visionary Bully first. I was kind of thinking like to just really pump up Bravado, but we have enough actions left that I want to draw this card now. Okay, that seems pretty good. I would love to play a Wild Rant. And then, yeah, probably Lucid Bully. And then probably... So this stuff's going to play before the other Bully. So let's play Boost It All Out and then Visionary Bully. Okay, never mind. The battle's over, because our deck is ridiculous. The good old double entendre. Apply composure to all friendly arguments equal to damage dealt by this card. Boy, they really want you to apply composure to stuff. He has so many composure cards. I just don't even think this is very good, frankly. I mean, come on, Slugger. All 3 of you cut me out so easy? You never made anything easy for us. It took me ages to prove I wasn't just another Smith, all bang and no flash. But the more success I had, the more Vixmali took it under control. He said it was a reserve for when you inevitably dragged us through the silt yet again. So, you got rid of me, in exchange for, what, a 10-year marriage contract? 4, actually. Ha, you're that desperate. Believe it or not, I might actually like to be married. It's lonely work being under Vix's thumb and Mullafi's notice. You have your freedom, at least. Okay, then how about this? Help me get back in. Get me reinstated. You do that, and I'll fight Vix's slime and stalk to help you out, okay? I suppose I would like this marriage to last longer than 4 years. Oh, yeah, okay, right. About that. Oh, don't mind me. This isn't even the most interesting wedding I've attended. Just regretting some of the negotiations I neglected to lead in on. But a lot can happen in 4 years, I suppose. I guess? You're not sure what to make of this turn of events, but they make a cute couple. I mean, okay, if Denikis is, like, basically into it. Alright, that developed in a good direction. Denikis dislikes me. He's not that into it. Listen, there's a lot of opportunity being created here, don't you think? Clearly he does not, but he should. But he should, is my point. Do we want to make friends with anyone before we go to bed? Because there would be very little cost, right? We'll lose the drunkenness cards immediately. Do we want to just pick somebody and be friendly? It would be 45 shills. Yeah, sure. I like making friends. Haft greedily accepts. Now, what's the catch? Nothing. I just like being liked, you know? So you could give me... Ooh, surprise attack seems like a very good bonus. Are we going to do Alta as well? I don't even know who you are. A Cult of Hesh Priest. Alta's the type who thinks the sky itself is proof of her faith, because it hasn't fallen down yet. Yeah, you know what? Smith is the kind of guy who goes to the bar at the end of the night and just throws money everywhere. Just drinks for everybody, buy everyone around, get mega drunk, insanely drunk, and then crash out in the back of the bar. Sweet Marif opens the door behind the bar for you. Your bed calls to you. Your dreams are especially vivid, full of mud fights and bruises, each unfolding sweeter than the last. Okay, that was, I think, a pretty productive day. I don't know that Denikis would necessarily agree, although, again, he should. I feel like we've created a lot of opportunity for him. And also, we made a lot of friends. And what's life without getting a lot of strangers drunk? Right? You wake up to the sharp jab of a finger, right between the only 2 ribs you haven't broken at some point or another. Sleeping. 4 more minutes. You try to roll over, but now there's an armored boot in the bed, and the toe digs into your spleen. No more minutes. What the... Mullafi? I didn't expect a visit from you, not after you made it so clear we were done. Yeah, it wasn't personal, but if you're gonna sulk about it... You disowned me! I thought you liked to roll with the punches, like, adapt. 2 days ago, you were kicked out of the family. Today, I'm here with an offer. What happens next is up to you, but I guarantee whining about it won't change a thing. What sort of an offer? You want back into the family, and that's not happening unless we drown out Vixmali. Oh, I'll drown him all right. You just give me a chance. Exactly. With Mom gone, the family needs new muscle. This is your chance to prove yourself useful. I've got 2 targets, but you only need to take out 1. You do that for me, and I'll help you out against Vix. Yeah? And just who are these targets? Seemly Arami, known connections to the rise, wanted for inciting unrest in the servants' quarters of many local families. The other is an admiralty officer. I'd prefer to keep the details of that one to myself, unless you buy in. A lack of trust in this family? This superior officer, whose name is Eden, apparently. Don't tell me you're trying to kill your way through the ranks. When Pops offered to buy you a bigger commission, you sounded so proud turning him down. It's not opportunism, it's precaution. My performance reviews have been exemplary. Oh, congrats. I was due for a promotion, but then I discovered one of my superiors is accepting bribes from the barons. And unfortunately, I wasn't very subtle about it. That was stupid. Yes, well, my promotion has been stalled. But I have reason to believe Eden won't stop there, and will likely try to have me killed. So you shoot this Eden first, is that it? Do we know? No, we do not know Eden. Incorrect. You'll do the shooting. I mean, killing a member of the Admiralty does kind of sound like it's right up our alley. Who's the Jirackle you mentioned? Well, for now, a relative nobody. I'd like to nip it in the bud before the problem grows. She's stirring up support for a rise movement here in the Pearl among the domestic staff. Domestic staff? Like the butlers and stuff? I mean, that doesn't sound so scary. And it wasn't before the glut of pilgrims. Now there's plenty of hoodlums to add to the swell. And the rise have already upset the status quo in Sparkbarren lands and the bread fields. I'd rather not underestimate them here. So arrest her then. What do you need me for? Or aren't you a big, tough Admiralty officer no more? Seemly is technically under a domestic contract with a rather wealthy family. They would prefer that I deal with her covertly. Ah, yeah, that kind of thing is sure fodder for the gossip rags. Quite. Okay, well, I think we definitely want to do the Admiralty officer thing. Well, I guess the day waits for no one. Least of all me. Okay, well, apparently we're just off to the races very quickly here. But obviously, day 3 feels like a real next time kind of proposition. Feels like Smith's days are just a lot longer than... Well, I was going to say than the others, but Rook's days are also quite long. Maybe it's just Sal who easily fits into an hour. All right, anyway, this is definitely where we got to stop for today, and thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, basically just as soon as I can get it out, we're going to be apparently killing a very high-ranking Admiralty officer, and then I imagine suffering some very serious consequences for doing so. And we'll see you then.